I've got a big expensive plywood project coming up, and I thought now would be a good time to do all those shop maintenance things that I've been putting off for a few months. First up is cleaning the table saw and the table saw blade. This blade isn't dull, but it is dirty. I recently cut a whole bunch of spotted gum. You can see the teeth here are pretty darn filthy. So is the saw plate. Having a dirty blade will result in extra heat, extra friction, which results in burning. The project I'm working on will have a lot of exposed plywood edges, so I really don't want to have to sand plywood edges. I like to use a product from CMT. They're 998-00101, the Formula 2050 bit and blade cleaner. You can use the purple type of simple green, which is not what you can get in Australia. And there's a bunch of other things, but I find this works quite well. I'm wearing gloves. This is non-toxic, but it's just so I don't get gunk all over my hands. It's pretty simple. We just need to spray this onto the teeth, let it sit for 5 minutes, then all the crap should be able to brush off really easily. Using a nylon or brass bristle brush, the teeth clean up super easy. The CMT formula loosens it enough that usually just a paper towel is enough to clean it though. Don't forget to clean the face of each of the teeth too. The bit and blade cleaner, funnily enough, works great on router and domino bits too. The process is exactly the same. Spray on, wait 5 minutes and wipe off any gunk. The upcoming project will be using the domino for joinery, so it's a good idea to clean that thoroughly and lubricate the plunge mechanism. Festool recommend using a light machine oil like 3-in-1. This isn't something I do often, no more than once a year. Cleaning out the table saw is also important, particularly on this saw. If I let sawdust build up too much, it can stop the saw from tilting properly, and given this project will involve angles, I need to eliminate that issue. With the dust collector running, I use compressed air to blow out any dust. Finally, on the table saw front is waxing the top. Cast iron, aluminium, or whatever other material your saw top is made from can benefit from lubricants like wax. It reduces friction, making it easier to push. In the case of cast iron, it can also help prevent rust, but that's relatively unimportant in my environment. I'm using U-Butte's traditional wax, but any paste wax will do. I'm just using what I've got on hand. Wipe on, buff off. Plywood did arrive a little bit earlier than I wanted it to, but that's neither here nor there. I'm still doing those maintenance tasks so that I don't have to stop whatever I'm doing at a key time. If you've got something like this air conditioner / heater reverse system, it'll have filters. These ones aren't particularly filthy, but I will vacuum them anyway. They're not really designed to be used in a wood shop. So cleaning the filters regularly, I try to do it once a week, will help with performance. I know on that unit it's really sensitive for how much air it can pump out, unless these are pretty much spotless. Metal on metal, apart from being an anvil saw, should always be kept clean. In the case of a router, the collet, router and router bit should be kept clean of debris and pitch buildup. Not having it clean can run the risk of having a poor grip on the router bit or having it slightly off center. It's probably a pretty low risk admittedly, but a minute to clean it every few months isn't really worth the risk. I'm using an acid brush and some paper with the CMT formula sprayed on it. For the smaller collets, pulling a cloth through is really the only way to get it clean. Some collets will have a circlip that you can undo to get into it better, but mine doesn't. So that is a short list of some of the maintenance things that I've done in preparation for this project. There are some obvious ones I have missed, like cleaning out the filters on your vacuum or dust collector, as well as emptying those. In my case, I actually don't need to do either of that. The dust collector is not particularly full, and since this is a plywood project, I'm only adding very minimal to that. I'm not planing down wood, that sort of stuff. And the filters got cleaned a couple of months ago, so they're all good. Another nice and simple one, if you're doing a lot of sanding, is using these erasers to clean your sandpaper, as that does really prolong the life, keeps them cutting a lot quicker too. It's more effective on stationary machines like a bench sander, a bobbin sander, that sort of thing. But because that's not what I'm using on this project, I don't really need to bother just at the moment. If I've missed any obvious shop maintenance things, leave a comment below. I will get to it as soon as I finish this project and moved on to the next one. Because keeping a well-maintained shop means that I don't have any big breakdowns, so that I can keep working more efficiently, and that's always nice. Thanks for watching. And here is a really quick sneak preview of that big plywood project I've mentioned. They are half hexes. Well, they all form full hexes, but they are half hex storage units that friends have asked me to build for them. There will be doors on half of the openings. These dividers currently aren't glued in, they're not sanded, that sort of thing, but the rest are glued up. And in total there will be 8 of them, so 3 down, I've got 5 to go. So yeah, I better get back to it because this is a big project.